Kiwis and Dragons, a D&D adventure from Aotearoa, New Zealand, the home of hobbits. Our intrepid party of adventurers consists of Duncan Daynut, a fighter with a heart of gold and a brain of turnip.
Aye, Grandma Daynut used to say, when untied is a prisoner lost.
Undra Vamis, a drow necromancer with a fascination of death and a mystery to solve.
Build a man a fire and he will be warm for a day. Set a man on fire and he'll be warm for the rest of his life.
And Tish Dusklight, a gnome bard that sings like an angel and talks like a mugger in a dark alley.
I decided long ago to get my gnome ass up on a ridgeline. If I fail, if I succeed, at least Duncan's axes will save me. It'll do.
And Skjold Gunvardsson, a war cleric of Rowan who lets his hammer do most of the talking.
Man klättrar ett träd från botten.
Yes.
Yes. You climb a tree from the bottom.
What if the tree's in the upside down?
69.
Right?
It's episode 69, everyone. I think that's what you were saying, wasn't it?
Ooh, so that means the next one's 70.
Yes.
That's
And then not as funny.
that one sort of made sense.
Yeah.
I like that one.
Because you have to start from the bottom to get to the top.
Absolutely.
That is true.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless your family is wealthy
What?
and have many resources.
You fall out of the sky and land in the top. I mean, then you land in the top, but probably like this.
But you're not climbing.
No. You just-
Falling.
Yeah, with
Yeah.
style. Flying.
I thought, to start at the bottom to get to the top was the title of your sex parchment.
No, because you can start at the top and get to the bottom.
Either or.
I mean, that works for the tree as well.
Yeah, I definitely want to be on top.
Right, so this mansion.
You don't get to see the flowing hair otherwise.
Yeah.
You want to see it.
Yeah.
You know, cascading.
This is right. You join the group having vanquished Blackstone Manor from its new inhabitants, figured out that there was a strange doppelganger-like being who was pretending to be Sam Herrick, the son of the current lost or one of long gone owners, and son of the what they believe to be the ghost Daisy haunting the basements, the kind of the crypt. He turned out to be a bad guy, or whatever was pretending to be him. He ran away. You followed. You managed to kill him. There's awesome kind of moves there from Tish and Duncan, and not so much from Skjold and Undra.
I was thinking about the children.
You were,
Yeah.
Yes.
And he was awake. It's a choice.
Yeah.
yeah, this is true.
I was thinking I wish he'd tied both of your hands properly like I asked him. That's what I was thinking.
It's
like,
logical.
and like
It's very interesting.
disclosure, I had nothing to do with that. He came up with that idea all by himself. I was just like, making my life easy, mate. Thanks.
Well, he was hurt. I didn't want to make his injuries worse.
No, this is true.
There's no defending that, Nathan. No, you can't even have a go at us for that, Nathan, because, he was just out and out wrong there. So we're not having a go.
But we find ourselves having raided some of the goodies from the house. I think 200 gold pieces were found, 208 in a chest, some platinum pieces, a sapphire ring in a hidden drawer compartment, which you believe to belong to Daisy. You've seen something similar in a portrait, a silver band, and some halfling chainmail. You find yourselves outside of Blackstone Manor with Niall and Rosie, the two children, slowly kind of coming to their senses, having seemingly been maybe drugged or something along those lines. And the floor, as they say, is yours.
Don't forget you had some stuff in the basement you were going to take.
Oh, yeah, that's the half plate. I've got a note of that in red.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Thanks,
I
man.
think
I like
didn't we have some pearls as well?
Yes,
You had a
yes.
pearl necklace.
Oh,
I
yeah,
do
I
have
had
a
some
pearl
pearls.
necklace.
Yeah.
And you had a silver ring that was tingling.
Didn't you give
I do.
Yeah.
Right,
My ring
so,
is tingling.
Yeah.
Have a pearl necklace.
So,
Big day.
Big day.
Episode 69, people.
Very.
so
Who is it?
I think we could move, maybe just move to the tree line, so we've got a little bit of cover, so we're not sat out in the open,
For a rest.
and maybe have a little short rest.
really
and
do
then
need-
we
Oh,
can-
I definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of late
It is.
morning. You got
Yeah.
here as the sun was breaking and dawn. You've done some exploring, some fighting, had some good times. Yeah, so it's kind of like, yeah.
So we could have like a spot of lunch, give the children something to eat, and then we could perhaps go in and look in the cellar,
Okay.
try and sort that ghost out.
Yes.
I mean, the other option is we could just take the children back and we could come back and deal with the ghost another time.
Ah, may as well do it while we're here.
Just do it now.
Yes.
Okay. Let's do that then. Let's have a bit of a short rest.
Okay. Have a short rest. Roll your hit dice.
We'll
is
have
there-
something to eat and roll some hit dice to get some hit
Oh,
points
remind
back.
me what my hit dice is.
And do you, as a bard, do you have that wonderful
No.
thing you don't where you can
No, you
assist on a short rest?
I think you do, don't you? Have a song,
I?
song of,
Song
that
of
you
rest?
can sing.
Oh, the Song of Rest.
Is that something you
Yeah,
have?
yeah, we did have a Song of Rest back in the. Yep.
Not that I want to tell you what to do, but
No, you would never. You just guide.
So what does that give us? The song of rest.
What does that give us?
I'm not going to do everything for you. You've got to look it up.
I don't.
Where's your
Oh,
book?
here's a book I prepared
This
earlier.
book that you purchased, hopefully, from...
Lovecraft.
Okay, I was
Game
going to
Store.
say I could have put the foot in it there.
Yeah. Yeah. Does anyone know what page I'm going to?
Yeah, the
Oh.
bard stuff, right.
Yeah, that
Oh.
bit that you should have read comprehensively.
Yeah, no,
Right,
I just play with gut instinct.
Uh-huh.
Well,
Right.
the rules are more of a guideline.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're such a nice man with a lovely big hammer.
Yes.
But yeah, so you can get all the you can get all the good books from Lovecraft Graham. It's not just D&D. You can get other books. Hey, Krista,
Yeah.
Sean,
Yeah,
yes.
you've shot there before, haven't
Yes. We've got all comics. We've got all sort of books, all well priced and pretty.
you? Just like the owner.
Oh, right. I've got to turn this way round.
Yeah,
Right,
you
so,
You can all
the
do
day
that,
you did not bring
yes.
my sunglasses. I can, friendly creatures and me, hear a performance. Will regain hit points at the end of the short rest by spending one or more hit dice. Each of these creatures regains an extra 1d6 hit points.
Cool. So we get an extra D6.
An extra
Oh, what level are we at?
6.
Oh, yeah, okay. It's a shame we're not like 9, 10 or others.
Well, it won't be long.
Cool.
Yeah, but the better we get, the harder everything gets.
Yeah, so let's just
But it gets
cruise.
funner as well.
So that didn't make any sense to me at all because it
So
was
basically,
words,
as they're
roll your
resting,
D6.
sitting, making their lunch, you just kind of whistle a tune or sing a small
Whistle.
song, which just kind of relaxes everyone and just means they heal a bit quicker and
Oh yeah.
just feel a bit
yeah.
more rested. It seems to calm their nerves and just bring them to kind of a
Oh,
sense
that's
of
really
ease.
nice. What was the song that you chose to sing?
I don't know,
Undra.
what you got to sing it.
Oh, you sing it. since you're the bard.
Undra often has a nice little song that she likes me to sing, but I can't remember what it was.
I'm concentrating and I'm not listening to you.
Oh, okay.
You'd like to sing a little song?
Yeah.
Tainted Love.
Oh, that is a nice
It's
one.
a lovely song.
Once I ran to you. Now, oh, even in that voice, I run to you. This, it's too hard to sing like that. This tainted love you've given, and then you could be puppeting in the background. I give you all a gnome could give you. Tainted love, ooh.
Touch me, baby.
Tainted love. Episode 69.
Oh, it's like,
It was-
it's like Mark Armwood was in the room.
So exciting.
You
I
did
might
like
learn
the
that one.
shilling fingers. Like-
Yeah.
Have you going to roll a hit dice at all?
Yeah, what am I rolling?
What are your hit dice? I think
Yeah.
they're D8, aren't they?
Well, that's my 8, yeah.
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 And you can roll more than one if you want. Well,
How
that's
many am
quite
I
good.
allowed?
Up to 6.
Okay. Oh, really?
Yeah, and
I
then
think
you get
I
half
just-
that number back every time you have a short rest.
So if I just, I'm going to roll it.
And your constitution, so that's 10, so you can roll it again.
Okay, let's roll again. So I'm at 10 and 4,
So that's 16.
And
16,
then add your d6, don't forget,
and add my D6.
which is everyone gets that.
Everyone gets a
Or
D6.
did you all roll a d6? There
Roll
you
a
Yes,
go.
I
D6.
did.
Everybody gets one of those. That was
What's it
exciting. What were we at? 17 now.
17 then.
Cool. 17. Okay. Now I do some counting with my fingers while you just all talk about wonderful things.
41.
I don't know.
What are you doing anything with the
It's nearly all of them.
goodies that you...
Arcane recovery, yes.
Yeah.
You can
So you get an extra
recover
spell slot
3 spell slots.
I just get more excited about when I get to pull out my sphere of fire. I can't say sphere.
Sphere of fire.
Sphere of fire. My fire sphere.
Yes, and also we need to collect some heads of the.
Oh, yeah. Well,
The
I
goblins and
dragged the
things.
goblin and the big orc out.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
when we go back, we just take the head rather than the
Yeah.
whole body, eh? And then we can talk to them
See,
later.
so you can just chuck them
Yeah.
in Andras' bag.
Yeah.
That's right.
And then we could do the puppet show for the children.
They,
with
they
them.
love
Yeah.
it, don't they?
And,
Oh,
and-
yes.
and they can talk by themselves too.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's like quite a good use of
Yeah,
the spell,
but also they might use swear words and the
Oh.
children. So
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
They need to learn.
yeah.
yeah.
Does your shiny hammer need any fanciness to rest, or does he just cruise along with you?
No, he rests all the time. Like when I'm doing all the walking.
Oh,
Yeah.
you carry.
Swinging
Yeah.
around while
Yeah.
he's walking.
Yeah.
I got more work than you do. Pesky.
Oh, that's exciting.
Yeah,
Right.
he agrees with me. He just said like, "Oh, you're awesome, Shold. You're doing all the work."
Talk to you.
Yeah, and like in here.
Oh, yeah.
His voice is in his head, guys.
Yes, they'll whip you
They,
in.
they talk to me.
If only she knew what you think about it. She'd be disgusted.
Would you like
Probably
me to
not.
polish that for you, seeing as we have a little time?
Right.
Yeah.
So,
So there's children around, so they're.
what?
I have to learn.
I can't believe you tied him up one-handed.
No, that's just what I said, Hammer, if I could hear you.
Yeah. Well, I didn't want to hurt his shoulder
I'm going
more.
to talk to my axe. You don't talk to me, I'm just going to talk to
You
I'm
could
gonna
have put
say,
a screwdriver in the shoulder, it would have been fine.
I'm going to talk to my fire axe.
Oh,
Oh, Flamebrand, I can't even believe that he tied him up one-handed. How ridiculous is that? Yes, it is ridiculous. And then I get the other axe and that'll start talking as well. And go, yes, it was a very stupid cleric. Yes, he was. He tied him up with one hand. What good is that? That's rubbish. It is rubbish. You should have just chopped him. That's what I... Anyway, right, that could go on for the whole show, so we'll just leave that there.
I wouldn't blame you if you wanted to smash his head in.
Don't smash his head in, he don't need it.
But I can't smash the. I won't smash a doppelganger's head in because we might need to talk to him. It needs to have his mouth.
I was talking about the dwarf.
Oh.
what are the kids doing?
Just kind of like sitting there, like engrossed in the conversation.
Right.
Looking.
They're rocking back and forth, holding their ears.
Oh, I get my wolf ears out of my bag and I go, ah! Look, I can play too.
Right,
Kids
so...
love me.
Could continue rocking back and forth, holding their ears like...
Now, the thing is, if we're going to go into the cellar and see this ghost, what about the children? Are we taking them with them or are we leaving them outside?
Well, they're probably gonna get really scared and maybe also possessed, and that's not a good thing.
Oh, yeah.
no.
Oh, it'd be fun though, yeah.
But do you think they'd be safe
I think
outside?
it's safer to
Yeah.
just shut them in a box. There's lots of
We'll
crates
be
and boxes
okay.
around.
We'll
Yeah.
be fine. And this is the Nile. It's like, we'll be fine. We'll wait for you here.
Oh.
You will take us back to our mum and dad, won't you?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Maybe you leave Morris here to keep an eye on them.
Who's mum?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, Morris is like. He's around there somewhere.
Oh, is he invisible?
Yes.
Oh.
No. Let Morris out. Go and look after the children. Don't let anything happen to them.
You talk to the bird?
He's very clever.
Yeah.
Careful now. He'll be your friend.
Kind of Morris flies off and sits in a tree looking at them. They kind of like wander over and like, whoa, and start talking to themselves.
So, will Morris come and get us if there's any problem
Yes.
with the kids? Okay.
Yes.
Right. Should we go into the cellar then? Sort this ghost out. Is there some way, because you're quite clever, Shoal,
Yeah. Yes. Thank you.
is there some way we could stop like the ghost from possessing one of us?
There are some mysterious clerical ways. Unfortunately, that requires a bit of preparation.
Whoa.
So,
Okay.
not today, dwarf.
Oh.
What about Undra? Has she got any special
What have I got?
specialness?
I have anything you can stop.
No. When we had this hour's rest, did she like attune to her ring?
Did you?
I mean, it's still tingly, but it feels much more familiar.
Yeah, so you spent like half an hour or
We
a
had,
short rest?
we had an
An
hour,
hour?
didn't we?
Rest.
An hour
Nice.
and a bit.
So you, with the kind of the time concentrating and just looking at the ring, and because you can only you concentrate on one item at a time, because you kind of had a bit of a tingling from the half plate kind of armor that you found, chainmail I think it was. I've got written down.
Oh, the halfling chainmail.
Halfling chainmail.
Oh, Tish had that, so
Oh,
she
yeah.
could
Yeah,
be doing
Miss
that.
holding it. Or
Yeah. So,
I fit it the way. It looks good, eh?
well, yeah. I mean, then the same as you're kind of having a rest. Undra at first maybe kind of mentioned something, but you found you had this kind of this arcane kind of feeling, some kind of magical essence about the armor.
My body's tingling.
The silver band at the kind of the end of that period of just kind of being with it, you realise is somehow in tuned or imbued with a specific spell. The ring itself is a very simple silver band. There's no markings on it at all, but it holds the spell, the Zone of Truth, which you can cast once per day.
Once per day.
And,
Okay.
and that's the base kind of second level spell, I think. But yeah.
Second level, okay.
But you do require to attune to the ring. It seemed like a kind of thinking on it, a neat thing to have if you were a merchant or a trader, like to maybe get the proper information out of people in a particular situation.
Okay.
The chainmail. Did you just hold it, look at it?
I tried it on.
And tried it on?
But it's
So you kind of tried on. When you tried on, you sit there and you feel this magical kind of fuzz almost, and you feel inclined to leave it on. And as you do, what was still a little bit baggy for you, toward the end of the hour, you feel like it's somehow a bit more cozier. And you look, and where it kind of hung looser and was a bit baggy in spots, it seems to be a bit more fitting to your person. Almost like it's just kind of shifted and changed size. Can you please roll? Let me just get another book.
It's chainmail of hench. It like hugs your body and makes you look more hench.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, snag brings you chainmail.
You can roll dice, but you get the kind of the feeling that if Duncan were to put this on, it may eventually stretch out to his size, and even Shoal possibly could eventually fit this. It would just kind of grow and stretch over him. But if you could please roll a roll a d10 for me.
10.
Yep.
That's the one with all the zeros on it. Hey.
Oh, it can be, yes.
You could, there's another one that looks just like that without the extra zeros, but
That
you can
one.
roll that one.
But you can roll either because they both really do
Which
the same.
one's? Which one? Oh, okay, but
Do that one.
that one's easier. Hello. I don't think I've ever rolled this one before. I got an 8.
So you, as this kind of the armor starts to hug you, you feel this kind of that tingling just sinks and seems to seep into your head for a second, like your ears are buzzing, and then it's a strange sensation that this kind of blanket just covers your mind, and it's a bit foggy for a second, and then it just seems to just kind of settle and disappear. The armor is it gives you resistance to psychic damage.
Oh, awesome.
Is it plus anything as well?
No, it's just armor of resistance. So it gives you resistance to one particular type of damage, which you've rolled for, not me. And it does fit the size of the person wearing it.
Oh, that's so cool. I like what you called it, chainmail of pinch.
But it's kind of light enough for you to be able to wear and manoeuvrable for you. So,
Cool.
yeah.
Right. Into the cellar then.
With my clerical knowledge about undeads, do I reckon that a ghost is more than half a CR?
What What is a CR?
Challenge rating.
You know what? Well,
It's just
to be
because-
honest, as far as you're concerned, this ghost is a challenge rating of about 100.
Oh,
Because
okay. Yeah.
It's stuffed you twice, so
Yeah.
you're thinking this is like ancient dragon level
All right.
challenge
Yeah.
rating.
So my turn undead would not be able to destroy it.
You think possibly that it should be able to.
Yeah.
It just seems to have caught you off guard.
Yeah. Because that's something I can try and like turn it and make it run away from it.
Okay.
And if it's really weak, then I can potentially destroy it. But also, I don't think this is
It's-
really weak.
It's been quite a challenge. You think maybe probably a heartier.
Yeah.
It's not a zombie or a skeleton.
I just wanted to check what my character knows.
the time you spent in this being possessed with this ghost, I'll say that you probably have garnered that it's there's something has happened that has really stuck this ghost to this kind of plane and given it this kind of this particularly strong malevolent hatred currently. You're not sure what that is, but yeah.
Did we play with your stones before we got here?
Oh yeah,
Cool.
we've not had a rest day.
I'm going to put you all in the basement
It was
while you're doing
falling
it as well. Cool.
I can't find someone.
Oh, you're all on top. You're having a party.
I can't find Tish.
I'm over there.
Oh no, who's missing then? Oh, I'm
You
missing.
You are.
I can't find myself.
Oh, you've gone.
Oh, there you go, top of the stairs. All over there. Right.
Oh, right.
You
okay,
enter
cool.
the basement through the trapdoor. That similar, that kind of cooler air but stale. You've kind of got that entranceway, the door you've unlocked. You've got the open doorway which leads round to where you battled the ghoul, and then you've got that bricked up doorway to your left as you've gone down those stairs, which is the kind of the blocked up doorway where the ghost passed through into a chamber yet to be explored.
So, can we have a look at the bricked up doorway?
Yep. It looks like something that the bricks have been put there, not a cave in, but placed to somehow cordon this area off.
That was over here, eh? Is that right?
That's correct.
Give it a shove. Go on.
Now, if I remember rightly, there was a little like gobbo down here with a pickaxe or something, wasn't there?
Yep. There's one dead in the middle of the room, and then another one that kind of there's
Can I grab his pickaxe and start just laying into the wall, into the doorway to try and make it open?
yeah. It doesn't take long. Make a strength check. And your proficiency.
19.
Yep, no, you look for certain areas where you think that it may be weakest, and just kind of concentrate there. And before long, you've started to make ground, and there's holes appearing. It doesn't look like it's a particularly deep barrier. Yeah, but I mean, maybe say 10 minutes, and you build up a good sweat. But you've managed to work through to a point where Tish and you could get through the gap, and like maybe a few more minutes, Shoal could get through.
Oh, yeah. So I'll keep chopping away to make it bigger. But what can I see as I work? I look through the hole.
I will keep watch for the ghost.
That's a good idea.
As you kind of increase the space, it's a dark room. You can see a wee bit in front of you. There seems to be a wall immediately in front of you, coming out halfway up the kind of the width of the room, which seems to conceal little alcoves that you can't see into them. A couple of pillars running down the middle supporting the ceiling above. Kind of a mix of wooden flooring, a bit of stone layer above you as well. But yeah, a dank, dark smell and a pungent smell of kind of death and rotting flesh.
Oh, Duncan.
Oh no!
Did you have to?
No, that wasn't me. There's something dead in here. I think probably. What with it being a crypt and that, but maybe there's something dead that shouldn't be dead or something. Anyway, I'm going to finish like knocking this wall down, then we can go and have a look.
Cool.
So I'll do that. Is there? Can I see that skelly bob in the corner? Is that really there?
Yeah, and it's just it looks like, I mean, yeah, it's kind of a crypt.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a long dead skeleton. The kind of the remains is that there's no clothes there or so on, but it's nondescript. You're not quite sure who it is or what it is. But.
Okay. Well, once the hole is big enough for us all to go through, I'll head in and just have a little look around. You guys want to come with me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes, we will.
Oh. I will keep a lookout for that ghost.
And you go in as you move in. There are 3 alcoves running along the wall which spans the kind of the centre of the house. In one there looks to be 2 coffins and wooden, and in one 2 stone crypts.
Oh.
Oh. Is there like any like markings on the stone crypts, like stuff that someone who could read could read?
Yes, on one of them. It's something along the lines of, "Here lies Daisy Herrick, mother, wife, missed, taken before her time." There's what look like dried flowers on there, not dried on purpose, just forgotten and neglected. But there's nothing carved on the other one, and actually the lid of the second one seems to be slightly ajar.
Open it.
Or let's give it a little shove a little bit then.
Okay. And that's
Say
easy
some kind
easy to
words.
do, and it's empty. It seems to be a second crypt.
So it's like for husband and wife, and only the wife is dead.
Yeah, maybe.
The coffins, are they newer or are they also old?
They look newer. They look crudely made. There's nothing particularly special about them. And it's actually at this point you all feel the temperature just drop suddenly.
Right, Daisy, don't possess any of us, because we want to make right whatever's wrong and upsetting you. So maybe if you could just talk to us, and then we can try and sort it out for you.
We're here to help, Daisy.
That's what we've come deliberately back down to try and help you out and set you free of your torment.
Yeah, we're gonna put you to your eternal rest peacefully,
I bring out the ring
and then we're gonna look after your house for you.
And the pools.
and the pills.
So then you bring out the ring, the blue sapphire ring, and suddenly this being materializes right in front of you, Duncan. Like,
Oh, that gave
Headache
me a
for your
fright.
eyes.
Don't do that.
and everything, your hair, your goosebumps, your hair stand on end.
All of your hairs.
You just a shiver. And this ghost of this woman, this wretched kind of creature, sallow, sunken skin, looks at you with unblinking eyes, and like she's so far in your comfort bubble that's untrue. You would be isolating together. And she just looks and stares. How do you think you can assist me?
I don't know. I was hoping you'd tell me that, and then we could go and do whatever you need done, so that you can like break free and go to wherever people go when they die.
And she shoots away from you, up to you, Andrea, and stands next to you. Where did you get that?
Well,
She kind of brings her hand up at the same time, and then the other one touching it, just as if like realizing something's missing. And the kind of eyes just lighten a shade before they kind of mix back and have a more darker colour.
we want to help you, Daisy. I destroyed a rather beautiful piece of furniture to return this to you. Where should this ring be? What has happened to you?
It's not what has happened to me. I thought I'd lost everything, only to have it returned and snatched away. Only the fact that you have paid dues to all of those above stops me from ripping your flesh from your skin from your bodies.
It is a rather special episode.
So, why are you haunting this house?
And she just kind of floats away from you and kind of almost refusing to answer the question. And she looks, but you bore me.
Daisy, give me an answer, do. I'm half crazy. All for the want to help you go to your eternal blah blah blah.
She floats down to the side of the corridor and looks around at you all. She looks. Be gone from this house.
We will. We want to help you.
Take my son. Bury him. Maybe then I'll find a little more peace.
Oh, is that skeleton in the corner your son?
No. And she just kind of turns, almost looking at one of the kind of the crude coffins in front of her.
Oh, the other one that we didn't look in.
Oh, no. Oh, what was
Because
this?
you didn't look in the wooden coffin.
No.
But go and have a look in the coffins.
Yeah.
What has happened to him, Daisy?
She just looks at you, says nothing.
Oh, let's have a look in the coffin. Is the real... Because, like, that doppelganger was pretending to be him, wasn't he? Is the real
It's
one
going
in
to
the
put
coffin?
As you move closer, you realise that kind of stench or that smell is emanating from where she's standing.
Putting my cloak
the
over my
the
nose.
coffin lid is quite kind of rushed, nailed shut. I don't know, how'd you get into the coffin?
Well, I can either go with my electric screwdriver or my axe. I think I'm going to go with my axe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like you just chop it down in half, or?
Oh, no, I just
Jimmy
like...
it.
Yeah, no, I'll just get the blade in and like tap it in and then use it to lever it up.
And as you do, as soon as you lever it up and you kind of hear that squeak of the nail that just kind of on that wood, the damp wood, and as soon as you kind of lift it up, that smell, it's intensifies tenfold, and you can see the slowly decomposing remains of the man who you'd kind of fought above. Hazard a guess, maybe kind of like it freshly kills like 2 days, maybe 3-4 days is that kind of freshly dead, and everything's like your bowels have been emptied and the open wounds is already kind of flies in there and maggots crawling around, and
Wow.
kind of face black and blue from kind of bruising, eyes open, scared.
So he's come back to his family home and that doppelganger's like killed him, I reckon.
Knocked him off.
It actually hits you. It kind of strikes you at that moment. Who was in the pub? Who was in the Graceful Swan when you first got back from like Rowan's kind of realm? And a couple of you went to the bar and I had a catch up with Edmund Halfheart, and you realised Tank was leaving. Who was in the bar that night? Was it all of you, or
I
just a
think
couple of you?
we all went in. Yeah.
At the
We
beginning,
went
at
in
least.
initially and then some of you went and had a look in the pigeon house, didn't you?
The two of you that didn't go into the pigeon house, it was the other two that stayed.
That was me and Tish.
You and
stayed.
Tish. And it's, as you're looking, Duncan, you realise that
Oh.
it's not until then that you kind of like thought there was something familiar about the other guy. And you realise that you'd seen this young man sitting in the tavern that night. And there'd been some discussion with Edmund about someone being in town and something, and like him, you're not quite sure. It doesn't quite recall, but you saw him that night, and he obviously decided to come here on his own accord, and this is where he's ended up.
I slip the ring on my finger. I say, Daisy, I will avenge.
Oh. Nice.
She looks at you. You already have. But don't leave him here.
No,
No.
We will take him and bury him outside for you. Scald, grab the other end of this
Yep.
coffin, mate. And we'll carry the coffin out.
Who's in the other coffin?
It's empty.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
the
other
was that the
wooden
one
one.
we checked?
The other
Yes.
wooden one is empty. Yeah.
okay, cool. Phew.
And she just watches you, quietly, intently lifting the coffin out, putting the lid back down, take it outside. You
Is that a
carry him
shovel?
upside. Who
Yeah.
leads? Who's got the end that comes out first of the trapdoor?
Or how does it work good upstairs? The short person goes at the front. That works
Yeah.
best.
Are
I
you
think.
working
Yeah.
forward or backward?
So no, I'll be walking forward with my hands behind me, carrying it.
Okay, cool. As you come out of the doorway, this is a very serene moment, and then you're being respectful. Two children jump out with dismembered goblin hands and go blah 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 blah. Oh, puppy show, puppy show, puppy show, blah 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 blah. Oh, sorry.
No, that's fine. No, that's very
Oh.
good. That's very funny. We're just carrying this dead person
We
out to
thought
bury
you might
them.
like that because you showed it to us.
Yes, it's great. You want to see something cool?
Niall takes a hand and goes, me.
Yes.
Look at the
And
coffin.
then
I pick him up.
And then he gets a hand and he rolled an 18. That's better than your army. And you just get this slappy wet goblin hand, which they'd obviously cut from one of the dead goblins outside. So it's like dried blood and it just slaps you across the face as it kind of like into the cellar.
It's brilliant.
Yeah. Their parents are gonna be so proud of us.
And
Yes.
they're like, what's that?
Oh, well, this is the son of the person. Well, I presume his dad's dead as well. Well, fortunately, everyone who owns this place is dead, which now means it's our clubhouse.
Yes.
So, yeah.
But the nice man was upstairs. He told us that he was here. We met him in the forest
Yeah,
on the
well,
way here. They captured him, but then he said he'd look after us upstairs.
yeah.
Well, he did a poor job of that, didn't he? Because apparently he turned out to be a big fibber.
No. We met him in the forest. He was going to bring the picture of a daisy for his mum who used to live here and died here. He said he'd had a long journey and he was coming to see where he grew up as a little boy.
Yeah, so they
Well-
did actually see
And then
him.
they caught us and they found him in the woods and they got him and beat him up and he said he'd look after us and protect us and not to be
Yeah.
scared.
So what happened was, he was telling the truth. He was bringing a daisy here for his dead mum, but then you all got captured. He got horribly murdered and then replaced by some sort of shape-shifting creature that took on his form and was pretended to be him in that room with you, so it wasn't really him. He jumped out of the window, me and Tish killed him,
Yeah.
job done.
Yeah.
They kind
And
of
you were
look,
safe.
They kind of look at you and Rosie, who's still holding two kind of goblin hands, just kind of like dropped to her side. She's like, oh, it's a bit sad.
It is quite sad, but you know,
Her lower lip
toughen
starts
up,
to wobble.
that's just life,
Oh,
you know.
Yeah.
Do any of us carry chocolate? Is it now pouting?
I feel a bit sad. And she just
Well-
kind of wanders over
Well, you
and
never know
sits
who's
down.
going to be a shapeshifter.
No.
Oh.
Kind of puts her hands together and at the same time the goblin hands come together, so it's like hands and hands. It's very handy.
Would you like to meet his mummy?
Oh my god.
No, you probably don't want to do that.
No,
What we're going to do
okay,
is we're
okay.
going to give her a
And I was
nice,
like, I would.
we're going to give her a nice proper burial now, and then we can all head back
Yes.
and you can see your parents.
Yes.
Oh, can I help?
Yes, you can.
Yes, you can. I'm going to get you a spade, and I'm going to teach you how to dig a big hole.
Yes.
Oh, I can do that by myself. My dad says I dig myself into trouble without trying.
Oh,
Excellent.
good. We're all going to
Excellent.
do
You're
a
going to
good
be
job
very
then.
handy.
Like on our
Do
like.
you know, I dug a hole and it was so big once, I turned around and said, "Where's my sister? Where's my sister?" And my sister said, "Why did you say that twice?" And I said, "I didn't. It's such a big hole, it's got an echo."
Wow.
I know, so big.
Oh, my back shoulder. I might throw him in the hole.
When we were like looking around the house, did we like see any spades or gardening or tools like that anywhere?
Make a
Oh, that
Yeah,
pickaxe.
there would have been a few things of that ilk downstairs in the kind of the basement area.
All right.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
just
we-
going to run down into the basement area and have a look around, and I'm going to call Daisy. Daisy, one more thing.
It's cool, it's cold, but you don't see her. She thinks she's around. There's a presence.
Daisy, can we have this at our clubhouse? The roll was unrelated to the question.
What did you write?
Unfortunately, no. I got a 12.
What's your persuasion?
That would take it up to 15. Daisy.
And you could just
You
get
hear
those
a
pearls
whisper
out.
in your ear. If you come back here, I will burn the place to the ground
Oh, Daisy.
and keep you warm for a lifetime.
Touché.
All right, let's bury. Was he called Sam, or have I made that up entirely?
Mm.
Sam
No,
Herrick.
Sam Herrick,
She
yes.
kind of whispers in. I don't think I would be able to keep the dumb-witted dwarf out, even if I wanted to.
No, you won't.
His brain is so dense, I even couldn't possess it.
So once we have buried your beautiful Sam, what will you do?
Rest. And she kind of appears in front of you, having had the coffin taken out. She seems to have calmed a little bit. Yeah, she's a little bit more, less angry looking, but she kind of looks at you. I was murdered here. I do not know what it is that keeps me. I just know that I cannot leave.
Do you know who your murderer was?
No. No. Shadows and night. And that was all I remember.
Were
I
you
remember
alone?
seeing my son and husband leave. And this sorrow just seemed to bite into me. It is his house. I will be here forever, I am sure. But do what you will. It is not mine to argue, but... And she kind of floats away and turns around. Thank you for burying my son in a manner more befitting. Now, excuse me, I have to go and ravage the remaining souls of those upstairs, those that weren't sucked early from their journey to the depths of wherever they were due. And she just vanishes and moves away, and that kind of temperature lingers and starts to warm, but you feel that she's just kind of gone somewhere else for a moment.
All right, we dig a big hole,
Right.
chuck the coffin in it. Do you want to say a few words?
Yes, yes. And I would like to bury him with her ring. Pop it on his finger. Say some words. The poor boy. It's a shame that you're dead. I'd like to interrogate you about who murdered your mother. But I will leave you to sleep. The rest is personal.
Okay. We're getting buried and we'll head back then.
Okay.
Is everyone happy with what we've done here? I don't think we could do any more for her.
We've got a clubhouse.
Well,
Yeah.
we might have a clubhouse. It
We've got
depends
a
if she's still
clubhouse.
here when we come back. But we got other fish to fry yet, haven't we? 'Cause
And Elvis's and this is
yeah, because we've got to go to that place and do that
thing.
with the demon,
Yeah.
and we got the circus entertainer people. Can't remember what else there was. And probably we ought to go and sort out this Kovac bloke
Yeah.
at some point because he's going to be on our tail, isn't he?
Yeah, we're going to smash him.
Yeah, that's what
Let's
I was
get-
thinking.
Get the babies home.
Yeah, let's get them home
Yeah.
first, and then we can make a
Yeah.
plan after that. And also, then we can go to the pub.
Okay.
So by the time you leave, it's probably way after lunch now. You've had a break. It's kind of like early afternoon. And the 3 or so hours that it takes to trek back through the forest, it's a little bit slower going because you've got the 2 children. Some great conversation there. Yeah, you're walking back, kind of. So can you just roll a perception check, Undra?
And we took the orc head and a goblin head with us.
Yeah. In fact, everyone can roll a perception check.
21. Oh, 22.
15.
I cannot count.
8.
11 for me.
Why is my day so...
Dum-de-do,
And
dum-de-dum.
my fancy new chainmail and all I give is an
Yeah.
8.
You just concentrated on that probably.
Is it-
aren't you?
Yes, you're going,
Oh,
oh,
look
look
at
at me.
this.
Chainmail.
And then whacking it a bit on the... Ooh, yeah. Yeah.
Anyone
Cool.
else, I would have beaten all of them apart from you. Rolled a natural 19. And you're kind of at the back and you kind of feel this like tugging on something, and you look behind and you kind of catch him red-handed as he's trying to loop through some kind of strange, weird kind of dismembered part of a goblin through your belt, and he just looks at you and goes, sorry, I got it out myself.
Do you need help with that?
He's like, no, but could you distract the big one? Because I've got... Don't tell Rosie I cut a goblin's ear off. And I want to somehow put it in his pocket and he'll find it and be like, "Ah." Can you...
No problem.
You're the best.
I engaged Sheldon in some very good conversation. Distracted him, I say, oh look, is that Elvinus? Oh no, it's not.
Oh.
Can you roll a perception check with disadvantage?
Yeah,
As you're kind of mid-conversation.
So I can either take the nat 20 or I can take the 6.
Plus perception.
So that's going to be 13.
Undra's talking to you, and there's this kind of like tweak in the corner of her mouth, and she's like trying not to laugh, which she doesn't do very often. And it just kind of like makes you think, and then you feel this tugging at your pocket.
I was like, oh yeah.
And you look down and see Niall like putting something in your
Well,
pocket.
no, I don't. Like,
Or you can see it there, and there's something going in your pocket that's not supposed to be there, and then you hear this like from the little boy as he kind of drops back behind, and then, for the next half an hour you can feel
Made it
something
much
wet,
grosser, isn't it?
Yes, that's
something
what.
wet in your pocket, and you can hear like giggling from the young boy, and he comes up to you and goes, hey, it's a bit eerie out here, isn't it, in the woods?
Yes.
Oh, can you hear that, Mr. Warrior?
I can. Yeah.
Is it the goblins here in your pocket, or are you just happy to see me?
He comes up with, hey, Ia, are we going to be long before we get home? No, he doesn't laugh very much, does he?
No, I'm just disgusted at the moment, yes. I thought it was going to be a good surprise, but it wasn't.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Alright, I'll still put my hand in my pocket. It's like, it's all squishy and gross and wet. It's like...
Later.
It's like the kid that got the cream. He's like, it's Christmas, it's amazing. Oh, I put that in there. I got you. Good, good night.
Good. I'm gonna, and then I'll throw it away.
Oh, that was a good ear.
Yes.
Go and find it.
Anyway, the rest of the journey goes relatively uneventful as you make it back. And as you get back to the village, there's a small commotion outside Anders Ranch.
You mean a parade?
Not a well, no. When you get there's a gathering. There's the horses. There's some torches.
Horses.
Anders there.
Torches.
And a Thorn is there with a group of men, and they kind of look like they're getting ready. And then suddenly someone spots the three of you, and you hear kind of some shouting, and a couple of the horses gallop on up to you. You see and a Thorn and a couple of kind of
just horses.
older men, and they kind of pull in beside you. He's got them! They've got them! They've got the kids! And one of the men jumps down and scoops up Rosie and Niall both at the same time, lifts them up and just kind of like buries. They kind of like, Daddy! Oh yeah! Best day ever! I put an ear in that man's pocket! Yoo-hoo! He's like, what the fuck? Anyway, and then
They're in shock. They're in shock.
Amelia comes running out, screaming, and runs up to the kids and takes them off her husband, and he looks around at you and.
Yes, so Mr. Wealthy Ranch owner, we had quite a big battle to rescue your children. I got beaten up quite badly.
He interrupts you and takes your hand, and I will never be able to pay you enough. And thank you.
But we can try.
But you can
Yes,
try.
and I will do. And I remember greatly that you love my wife's pie. I will make you some.
Yes.
I forgot about the pies.
Consider it done. Oh yes, and we must go and have a drink. Oh, where did you find them?
Well, is it Blackstone Manor?
Yes,
Yes.
the abandoned Herrick Manor. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, they'd been like kidnapped by some sort of shape-shifting creature called a doppelganger.
Sounds terrible.
It was terrible. We had a hell of a fight.
We
As I
were
said,
just heading out that way. We'd spent the morning and last night exploring the western woods. We found no track of them, and we were heading out east. But you got there before us. Thank
Yes,
you.
yes. Luckily we got there before
Yeah,
you, because
because,
you were all being killed.
yeah, and so might your children. We got there in the nick of time. We had to fight this great big orc and loads of goblins and this doppelganger.
So I'm the
Yeah.
ogre.
Ghost, yeah.
Yes.
Wonderful, wonderful. Well, I can't. I
I know.
can't thank you enough. I need to go and I need to go see my wife and my children. Yes, thank you. And he just turns and just runs off.
As I always say, you can't put a price on children's lives, but you could certainly try.
No, and yeah, thank you. And just carries on running off and like scoops up his children and is very jubilant and heartwarming and a couple of the other villagers, some you know, some you don't, come up and they're patting you on the back and well done, you amazing people, warriors, dwarves, things. Yes, he said that when
I'm
he
a
was
rock
looking at you.
gnome.
That's great. And
Yes.
Shall we go and wait in their bed?
it's a bit like clapping for the NHS, that, isn't it, really?
Yay!
Let's go to the tavern, I suppose. We could always try and guilt money out of them later, eh?
Shall we leave the goblin?
And if they don't
cage?
pay, you just
Oh no,
take the
because we need to
children
talk
back.
Yeah.
to them later,
Oh,
eh?
yep,
Leave
sorry.
them to Daisy.
You're kind of slightly underwhelmed, but
I'll
what
go
did you do
further
with
than
the
that.
what did you do with the chest of gold? That kind of big chest of gold pieces. Did you bring that with you?
Oh,
Yeah.
obviously.
And some
Obviously.
platinum.
Yeah, I think
Not the
that-
chest, but I have the gold.
And the platinum.
Yep.
Because it's probably getting dark now. Again, that would have slowed you down a bit more, but a bit heavy to carry. And as kind of torches are being lit, and you make your way toward the pub, towards the inn. You get to the entranceway. And you're about to walk inside, kind of looking for a drink and a food and a rest. A small girl comes up to you. Oh, hello, how are you?
Hello.
Well, we're quite tired, really, because
Oh, no, that's fine. I won't be long. I have a message for people. One of them looks shifty. One of them is got beautiful hair. One of them is short and dwarf-like, and the other one. Can you just sing something for me?
High on the hill stood a lonely
Oh
goat.
yeah. One can sing real well.
yeah.
Thank you.
I have a note for.
Oh, sorry, love, it's probably not us. There's only the three of us.
No, and there's nobody shifty here.
Yeah, no, who's the message from, sweetie?
Mr. Silver Eyes. He's.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Ivor.
Ivor.
Yeah.
That's
He
it.
said you would know him as Nigel.
Yeah,
It's not his
yeah.
name.
Yes.
It's a bit weird.
Nigel.
Uncle
So,
Nigel.
but yeah, I've got a note from him to you. Can I give it to you?
Yeah, you should
Yeah.
because you're the best at the notes.
Sure.
She
She's
gives
the
it to
best
you.
reader.
Yeah, she gives
I
it to
don't
you.
know my
He said,
letters.
he said that you give me a silver piece.
Did he just?
Oh,
Oh, you're serious?
Yeah.
No.
I've been waiting for ages.
Oh. Oh, have you?
Oh, come on.
He's really taken you in there, hasn't he?
I'll tell you what,
Oh.
here's a goblin finger. How about that, love?
Oh, that's nice.
Oh, you're
Right,
gonna
takes
make
it,
it
and
cry.
she's a bit like, oh, and something you can see, like something just like an idea is blooming in her eyes. Ah, okay, thank you. And she runs off, and you have a note in your hand from Nigel. You
Nigel.
are outside the Graceful Swan, and we will hold there as darkness roars on the village of Stin's Hollow.
And we are training the next generation of serial killers.
Yes, yes.
No, but in this land, like, life's tough, so it's not like the modern world. You know, you have to
No.
grow up a little bit tough and
Yeah.
kill things, really.
And
So-
like playing with dead bodies. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
you know,
Well,
I
much-
guess so.
that's
They
all.
just-
more
they just-
line to death.
Doing what they've been taught by you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's fine. They probably grow up into heroic adventurers like us, I should
Yes,
think. you
Absolutely,
know.
yeah.
So I think we've done them a good turn. In fact, that's probably something more that we should be paid for. We should go to, when we go to the ranch, we should say, look, we've also taught them about.
Yeah, we toughen up your kids.
Yeah.
I'm sure they can't
Yeah.
wait to give you money for showing the having
Yep.
kids how to dismember goblins
Yep,
and play with
no.
their...
Yeah, well, it's
Seven
going to
limbs.
concern them, well, next time they're kidnapped.
You
Yes.
know, that's what the kids need to learn in schools these days. That's what's wrong with them. There's not enough, it's too much adding in letters and not enough dismembering goblins. That's what I thought.
know.
Luckily, Grandma Dana brought me up, so she did more of the dismembering goblins bit, not so much on the letters, which was quite good for me.
Yeah, worked
I
out
mean,
well.
by their age, we knew what day two decomposition looked like.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
they had no idea.
No idea,
It's
no.
disgraceful.
The
Well,
kids
on
of today, bloody millennials, eh?
Well, on that note, we've just lost half of our followers. We will don't forget to
Oh,
follow us on
Nathan.
Facebook, Instagram, and check us on YouTube, watch the video.
Yeah, so check us out on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook. I think Dan just said all that, so I'll just repeat it myself now. We'll see you next time to find out what Mr. Silver Eyes wants with us. See you, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Laters.